My 24F husband, 30M, is accusing me of cheating because of his vasectomy. How to clear my name. TLDR, I'm pregnant after 2 years of trying, and now my husband believes I'm cheating because he got a vasectomy without telling me. My husband and I have been trying for a baby for 2 years. 2 days ago I found out I was pregnant and was over the moon and couldn't wait to tell my husband. To my surprise, my husband told me that was impossible because he got a vasectomy and accused me of cheating. 1. I never cheated on him. 2. For 2 damn years, we have been trying for a baby only for him to hide the fact that he got a procedure done to prevent himself from having babies. 3. I was always upfront with him that I want children and even work in childcare because of how much I adore children, so the thought that he'd lie to me and have me get my hopes up and everything is hurtful. My husband always told me God will bless me with a child when the time was right, believing that I may never get one. When I became worried, I just don't understand why he'd lie to me. The fact that he's now accusing me of cheating when I have been nothing but faithful just adds more salt to the wound. I know I have been faithful, and I know there must be some expansion on how this pregnancy happened. Even with the procedures my husband has gone through. Right now I am at a loss on what to do. My husband has been telling people I cheated on him, and now my own sister won't even give me the time of day. I just want this to be all resolved and can't wait for the baby to be born so we can get the paternity test done. I have been crying non-stop because no one seems to believe me. My husband even suggested I abort the child we have been trying so hard to conceive. I still love my husband, but I don't know if I could forgive him for putting me through this, but want to still, so my child won't be raised in a broken home like I was. What do you guys suggest I do to clear my name? How do I get my sister to hear my side of things? I mean, paternity test will clear that up. And 1 in 1,000 women get pregnant on a vasectomy. So, when was the last time he had his vasectomy checked? Either way, I only see this ending in divorce. I wouldn't be able to get over someone withholding that they got a vasectomy knowing that kids were important to me. You can get a paternity test done while pregnant. I am not sure about you, but I could never get over being lied to the horrific way your husband lied to you. To know that a partner watched you and participated in a farce act trying to conceive knowing the entire time they'd had a vasectomy. That is vile and disrespectful. Take care of yourself and your baby. Wow. So your husband condemned you too. He hoped a childless life without telling you, letting you hope and be disappointed month after month. Now you're pregnant and he wants you to abort because it can't be his. Or because he doesn't want a baby. As we know. Oh man, that's a major mega betrayal. I don't know how you're going to forgive that. I would keep the child and lose the gaslighter. But obviously there's a lot more than just your post to consider. Anyway, can't wait to hear what the paternity test says. Of course your husband can have a fertility test right now. That might shed some light and might help your sister to see that there might be another side. Get that paternity test, then file for child support. Tell the entire family the whole story. You might want to live elsewhere while you are pregnant. Divorce is pretty likely here, given hiding a vasectomy from a woman who wants children is a worse betrayal than cheating. It's marital fraud and might be worth seeing if it's grounds for annulment in your church, since you sound religious. But another scenario rises sharply when a woman becomes pregnant in an unstable relationship. Violence. Homicide is the leading cause of death for pregnant women. In fact, 20% of women who are murdered are pregnant or recently gave birth when they die. If your husband didn't want this baby so badly he lied about a secret vasectomy, and now believes you weren't faithful and the baby isn't his, he could explode. Please consider moving in with family until you are able to get a paternity test. What he did was sociopathic. He could do worse to you now. 1. Get a paternity test done to clear your name. 2. Divorce his ass. Sounds like he planned way ahead of time to never have a baby and decided to keep that away from you so you can go through with marrying him. This is like a reverse baby trapping scenario going on. I feel very much like telling everyone you've cheated is just another way to force you into having an abortion. Either it'll make you so upset you don't want the baby or you'll feel too ashamed. Then there's the fact he watched you go through heartbreak after heartbreak trying to conceive, when all along he was supposedly infertile. I know you don't want to raise a kid in a broken home. But honey, a broken home is better than his home, you get me? You can get a paternity test done before the baby is born. But I would reconsider your life with a person who has been lying to you. But like he said, when God says it's time, lol, karma gonna bite him in the butt. I know this is a very emotional experience for you, but I hope you consider who you are having a child with. He lied to you multiple times. He does not care about you or respect you. He knowingly got this procedure done and then allowed you to believe he wanted to have children. Does this sound like someone you want to raise a child with? Then he is going to other people to call you a cheater and turning your own family against you. Don't get me started on your sister who isn't even allowing you to explain yourself. He is not a good person. He is trying to turn this on you. He is the bad person here. You have done nothing wrong. You shouldn't need to clear your name. He is the liar here. Please see through what he is doing. Prenatal paternity test and make him go get his sperm count tested. Vasectomies are not 100%. Also, this is a huge betrayal on his part. Whether he really got snipped or not, I don't know how you come back from this. In terms of the vasectomy, there are instances where vasectomies aren't always 100% accurate. I've never experienced anything myself, but a friend of mine neglected to show up for one of his pre-op appointments after a vasectomy and his partner ended up getting pregnant. It's rare, but it absolutely can happen. In terms of him straight up lying to you, that is not okay, and he should have been honest with you from the start. I hope you're both able to work through this. Keep the baby. Do a paternity test once it shows it's his. I would move out and apply for divorce when the baby is born. Apply for child support. Personally, I could never trust him again. He saw you struggle for 2 years. Probably even cry out of frustration. He probably saw you heartbroken every month when you got a negative test, and he stood there and lied to your face and kept important information from you. I don't know if there would be a coming back from that. If he lied to you about something this important, what else is he lying about? I'm going to be harsh here. He does not want this baby. He got a vasectomy bekwasse. He does not want children. He has been lying to you to keep you in the marriage. He is now making up a cheating scandal to force you into an abortion. There is no making this better in a happy family bekwasse. He does not want that baby. You are 24. Your current husband isn't your only hope for raising a kid with an intact family. He doesn't sound like someone you can trust if he lied about having a vasectomy. Are you sure he really had one, or is he looking for a reason to make you the villain? If you decide to get a paternity test, do not tell him. Do not tell anybody. Considering how evil this man is, he may set up something that would force you to lose the baby. Yes, I am assuming the absolute worst out of this guy. Get a test done and stay somewhere safe until you receive your results. I'd be talking to a lawyer right now to see what my options are about checking his medical records. and seeing if this vasectomy actually occurred anywhere outside of a half-clever idea. And my other legal options. Divorce-wise, I'd also get screened for VD just to make sure you weren't screwed over more than one way. This guy does not want a child and will likely do anything he can to wriggle off the hook. The only way to resolve this is to get answers, and the only way to get those answers may be in a court of law. You may want to see what other accommodations you can scrounge up before you two start firing lawyers at each other in earnest. As a precaution, you can do the paternity test earlier than birth these days. Get in with an OB ASAP. Explain the situation and ask for a non-invasive prenatal paternity test. I believe they can do them as early as like 79 weeks. How did this happen? Easy. His vasectomy failed. It happens. One of the foster families I lived with as a teen, their youngest son was a post-vasectomy babies. The wife's dad was the urologist that did the procedure, and he went in for all his post-op checks and they were told it took, I think he was conceived like 8 years post-vasectomy. And yes, they did a paternity test. They had it framed on the living room wall. I'm sorry op, but there's not enough therapy in the world to fix what this a-hole's pulled. He undoubtedly and seriously mind FC-ked you. What else isn't he telling you? I don't see how you can stay with him. Do you think after his betrayal, you can trust that he has you and your child's best interest at heart? Thank him for his sperm donation and be gone like the wind. Get one of the blood tests done people have mentioned. Post the results to your sister and husband. See a good divorce lawyer because he doesn't want kids, and it'll be better raising your kid yourself than with someone who doesn't want it. You say you still love him. Honey, why? He has lied to you, betrayed you, and now he's spreading horrible lies to other people about you. Please look at your self-worth and ask yourself why you love this man. Those are some fundamental failings of character in him. Leave. Have your baby. Be happy again. You will never be able to trust this horrible person again.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.